the city of Dublin always ready to fill a stadium for some friendly competition. And today, the Irish crowd has shown up in force. Not for Gaelic football, or hurling, or rugby partner, no. But to welcome the NFL to the beautiful Emerald Isle. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Bark. It is 1st and 10.
65-6.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Get it!
Richardson fires quickly out wide. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, my man. 60 Eagles.
Running out of the gun with Mitchell. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Here you go, tight. 19 Tigers, 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nick starting with the pass. Vikings bring pressure and they got it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Offense in the hurry up here.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and converts on 3rd and 17.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. He takes it down to the 33. It's a pickup of 26. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
On 1st down, it's Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
From the red zone on 1st. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Trey McBride, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right.
Go.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 on a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Richardson on 1st and 10. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Chased out to his right. It's Dobbins with the dump off. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's the Steelers' first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And they just get the play off. Short pass brought in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A quick second score for him, Brock, already. And we aren't even out of this opening quarter yet.
I think I just saw that D coordinator rip up his game plan down on the sidelines. Because you got to find some new resources here. You got to dedicate more bodies, more physicality to this playmaker. Because we know in this league, when you get a guy going like this, they're going to go to him until you stop him.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. A pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready! Ready!
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42.
Hurry, hurry!
Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 14. First down, Minnesota.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick! 18, Pioneer! Buffalo 18!
They send Hill right. First down throw here from Richardson. He's going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
60 Bobcats! Here we go, set! 1970 Lions!
Back to the air, it's Richardson. He's looking deep once again. In disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone where things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Go now! Mustang 19! Dragon 60! Go!
Richardson on third. That's complete to Musgrave. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
And the Vikings first down.
This one's caught. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
70 Ranger! 70 Ranger!
Richardson to throw again. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Ready, ready!
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Cowboy 80! Get it! Ready, ready!
Mitchell up the middle. Finds a big lane. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Vikings 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set first and 10. Nix from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Second down. Here's Nix again. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-point lead. Trey McBride, a touchdown. His third through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. He's got first down from the 31.
19 strikes, 19.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Flushed out of the pocket. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And dose of the hurry up here. Here he goes, third and long. Look at that power, deep left side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Minnesota in the formation. It's first and 10.
7 o'clock, police. 19 charger, 19 charger.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they're on him quickly there after that catch. So the game's going to be to the 34-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Let's go.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's going to manage a long yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the only safety picked in the first round this year, and that's Malachi Starks.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Ireland. It's the Vikings. Lined up with a 2nd and 8.
50 Bobcats, 50 Bobcats. Let's go, Teddy.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That one going to go against the D. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty.
Knocked it, ready.
On first down, it's Richardson. Brought in. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Sends this to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Steelers get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Nix. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life. And timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. On the move, hit it right. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. They're going for it. It's Nix. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Second and 3 now. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the 6.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
On 1st down, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Nix. Buying some time right. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no! Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much. Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Shotgun snap to Nix. Forced out to his right. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw it. On target to Musgrave. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now, this Irish crowd has been great so far. No surprise there, and still 2 quarters left to play here in Dublin. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Nix now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to pull this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Once more, it's Nix. Makes the catch. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw again. Nix. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. Nix with it on 1st. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. Nix to throw again. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play. Jarred it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here we go with Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Nix is hit. He lost that football. And the Vikings have recovered. And he'll fight for what he can to the 15.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't.
And they pick him up again. Cole Holcomb has it. And then as he goes, it's a pick six and a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Steelers 35, Vikings 7.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. After the pick, Richardson back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Cowboy 80.
Mitchell on the carry. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
First down, Vikings.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On the set.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Vikings.
65. Cut 19. Cut 19.
In motion right is Mims.
Ready.
1st down throw here from Richardson. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Richardson fires quickly out wide.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Ready, set.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Minute. Ready.
And again, Richardson splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
That's incomplete left side. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in the coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Handoff here to Mitchell. And he does not get to that line. Looked for a moment like he might get there, but nope, 4th down coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Back to 60.
They'll run for it with Mason. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're going to be sent off after the turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Go right side, and McBride has it. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Air it out on 3rd. Pass brought in by Slayton. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch you vertically, then they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch onto it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Olay! Oh, my son! Olay! Captain!
Throwing again, here's Nix. McBride snags another one. They get an even 10 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. The gun gives to Hill. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Hill now from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Hold on, set. Drill. Ready. 180. Let's hunt.
On target to Moore. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Steelers 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Working quickly here.
On the tackle. The tackle made back at the 13.
3rd down. Here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Trey McBride. So that brings up 4th and long. Out is Tyler Lute for the field goal attempt. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Shotgun snap out of Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Receiver in motion, headed right.
Ready, ready.
Richardson on 3rd. Dumped off to his running back. Mitchell with 1st down and more. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
To the air on this 1st down, Richardson. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of the target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Here's Mitchell. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Red. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let go.
Here's Mitchell again. He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. It's the 2-minute warning here in Dublin. Vikings hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 go.
Desperation time here. Has it in close. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Ready.
The give now to Mitchell. He's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Down to the 10. And it won't matter in the end, but nevertheless, he's in for the late touchdown. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
They're going to pass it here. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Next, Cookout line, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. And he's going to be stopped less than a yard from the end zone. Man, excitement all the way to the end. No time left. Zeros on the clock. This game's over. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. Man, they were facing a tough